It's me, Odyssey. You know, Odyssey's on you, just Odyssey. Back from the rap music, back from the freestyle. I'm always back for the game and in the fame. The only one goes, and it goes into blame. The only one thing is the Koreans are against the Japanese. So we won. We fought them. We won. And that's it. It's funny because, you know, when the people in Korea, it seemed very awesome. And it seems to become like handsome people usually come up in Korea because they're black. You know what I mean? Because in Korea, there are black people and so insincere. But in Japan, it doesn't matter that you're not black, but you're Mexican black. Get it? Mexican black. You know what I mean? That's why in Korean, it's so imposter. It's so awesome. Let me give you some Konglish jokes and some funny jokes that I give for you. You know, jokes are puns, and that sounds similar between Konglish and Korean and English. So I hope you guys love it, cause here it goes, and that's gonna be my friend's favorite. So I hope you love it. What do you call a 5-year-old onion? Onion. Onion, it sounded onion, but it means for like 5 years. It's funny. What do you call the 5-year-old onion? It's something to do with onion. Onion is mean for onion, but it's 5 years in English. It sounds funny and it sounds similar. That's what it sounds like, onion. When you know, for Korean, when they left the onions in the refrigerator for the next 5 years, it turns into the 5-year-old onion, and that makes onion. Okay, what did the bus driver say to the egg? Get on. You know, get on, it sounded like get on, but it means an egg. An egg is something to do with get on, but it's funny. You know, people get it about the get on, you know? It's so funny. You know, if you're Korean, you can stay on the bus for the whole day long. Egg, some bus driver would say, get on! Get on! That's what it means. You know, if you don't understand Korean, that's because you hate Korean. You hate the language. You're speaking English. Oh, man. Okay, let's see what's here. What do you call the big tissue? Huge. You know, huge, it sounds like huge, but it means a tissue though. You know, if you're Korean, if you pull up lots of tissue, but you're gonna do huge, you're gonna get lots of paper, and you keep doing it in that toilet paper on in the bathroom every day, every single day you're doing it. It was so fucking scary. Which country has 4 arms? Nepal. You know, if you're Korean, you will have 4 arms. You're Nepalian. Because, you know, people tell you, if you're not Korean, you're Nepalian. That's because people don't get Nepalian. That's why people get it. And the Nepalians people get it too. But they're silly though. Kind of. What is the cow's favorite drink? Moo. You know, moo, it sounded like moo, but it means water. You know, it's funny, because when you go moo, that sounds with the moo. It sounds funny, because once if you're Korean, You're sounding like moo. It's so crazy. Korean don't get those jokes. That's because they don't make sense. You know? It's funny. But it sounded like the incorrectly grammar to say moo. That's what it sounded incorrectly grammar. Because you didn't get it when you don't say moo. That's moo. That's what you said. Okay. What do you call the broken bike? Motorcycle. Once if you're Korean, if you can't ride bikes, you ride motorcycles. That means you can't ride bike. That does mean for motorcycle. It sounds funny because you know all my friends they talked about it and it sounds funny and people start laughing about it. And in the school program, that's funny and that's crazy. You know, crazy. What does Australians keep their money? In there! Hold your money! Hold your money. It sounds really funny for me. That's because, you know, when you have a money in there, you have to hold you in the pocket. Like hold you. It's like in there. That's hold you. But when if you're Korean, hold you. You know what I mean? That's because if you have pockets, it's hold you. Hold you is meaning Korean. It means you have a hole in your pocket. That's why you have it. Or the hole of the penis. Or the hole of the pizza. But it sounds like hole. Like hole everything. Or the hole. Like it goes inside in a hole. Or in an asshole. Whatever. What is the sheep's favorite food? Bah! Bah! It sounds fun. You know, people don't understand the grammar. What bah means. But it sounded very incorrectly when you say bah. When instead you said bah, you said bob. But it means rice. It's really funny. Once you're a Korean, you go bah when a sheep hears you. He likes to eat you because you're the rice. That's because people get it and people start laughing about those animal jokes. It sounds really funny. And really hella funny and hilarious. What did the Korean guy said to the black man? A nigga. You know, nigga means you. And that means you. You are. But it sounds like nigga for the N word. You know, that's what it means because, you know, once if you get nigga, it's racist. Once if you're you said nigga to the good African American people. That's racist. How come people how come people can say that? That's just a stupid politician when Korean are said it to African. That's messed up. Like a North Korean said it to the Africa. You know what I mean? It's so messed up. Whole messed up. What do you call the homosexual pet? Gay. You know, gay, it sounded like gay. But it sounded like the homosexual for gay. When you love into each other for two guys, that's gay. But it means a dog. But it's really funny because, you know, once you said gay, it means a dog. Oh my god. And if you're Korean, when you say gay, you kiss a guy and said, this one gay? You know, people get those jokes. Because I don't care what he said about everything about those jokes, that can never non-stop, that everything what goes in your mind. But it's funny. What is the safest thing to do before you had sex? Akanam. You know, people get about Gangnam. Gangnam is a name from Seoul of South Korea. It's funny because a Gangnam, it sounds like a condom, but it doesn't describe what it means. It's called ganja. A ganja, that's English, but it's not in English. It's orange. You know, people don't get orange because once you raise, it sounds so similar between the Korean and the French. That's so like a little bit more mixture between Korean and English. How these Konglish jokes are combined. But for Gangnam, it's condom. You know what I mean? Condom. I mean Gangnam. But this means what you said, like Oppa Gangnam style, but it means to the side, like this. Hey, sexy lady. I forgot to do this one because I didn't do that in the video from the last time. Okay. What is the favorite drink? Coffee. You know, when you have a coffee, when you're Korean, you have a coffee. You didn't have a bloody nose when you have you have coffee, but it means a bloody nose. It's funny because when you're Korean, you buy coffee. When you said like this, coffee de sal, it's funny because you know when you don't understand Korean that much, you're English, like Konglish. But it's funny because you know Korean don't get it. Koreans they just don't get about Korean languages. That's why Konglish jokes aren't mainly possible. And that's it for the day. So maybe the next video will come up. So Konglish jokes are coming handy for you. So I hope you love it. So keep it Odyssey, keep it real. This is Odyssey.